I smell money, guys!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Everything about DiBiase is high class, the best of the best. DiBiase sweats champagne.
Sweat champagne? That's disgusting. Hey, at least if you lose to the $1 Million Man, you get a $100 bill stuffed down your throat. That's even worse. Bigger payday than you ever received, Saxton. He looks like $1 million bucks.
There is nothing that Ted DiBiase can't buy. Everybody's got a price.
Do you have a price, Corey?
Absolutely.
That's sad.
I'd sell out faster than the year's hottest Christmas toy.
That's why you're successful.
That's right.
The eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
What an unbelievable presence.
Physical anomaly, one of the all-time greatest to ever step foot in a ring.
Part of some of the greatest moments in sports entertainment history.
One of the most dominant, one of the most imposing men we have ever seen.
Here comes the Hitman.
Oh yeah, the excellence of execution.
And their opponents, first, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart.
I gotta say, guys, it is an absolute honor to be here ringside to call a match featuring the excellence of execution.
How funny it is to hear you change your tune, Saxton. You've been complaining about the Hitman's attitude recently, and I think it's ridiculous.
People still respect him the way they have over the...
Oh, feel the power!
And his partner, from parts 275 pounds, the Ultimate Warrior.
Someone get this lunatic under control.
Yeah, why don't you go try? The little warriors in the WWE Universe.
You were a little warrior, right, Byron?
I still am.
There's no question that Ted DiBiase is the supreme technician in the ring. What baffles some is the $1 million man's need to buy his way to greater success rather than earning it.
I always wondered that myself.
Tag team action in full effect, guys, and these superstars are about to show all you folks what it's all about.
Any of DiBiase's opponents need to for the $1 million dream, or else they'll be paying for a trip to.
Oh, and cheap shot right above the eye.
With such authority.
Every superstar tries to create a finishing move that they can perform on any opponent. I don't care who you are, Andre the Giant's sit-down splash will leave you in the canvas permanently.
There are certain finishers that seem like there's no coming back from. I think if you polled the WWE locker room, the sit-down splash from the 8th wonder of the world would be #1 on that list.
You never want to count a WWE superstar out, but I don't see anyone kicking out of a pinfall after they've suffered the sit-down splash from Andre the Giant.
And now he goes for it a second time.
When a superstar's in a tag team match and has endured heavy amounts of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner to tag their partner. Something that they have to try is doing create separation between them and their opponent. That space gives a superstar the ability to move and catch their breath.
And a lethal clothesline. Oh, my God, big-time move. Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have, maybe the difference between a win and a loss. Maybe even more.
The only strategy I think makes any sense when you go up against Andre the Giant is to utilize the classic boxing technique of stick and move. Land a shot on the big man, then move. Land another shot, then move again.
Back inside the ring now. Getting tossed around now. He doesn't want to do this outside the ring. Coming up with a plan to go up against the enormous Andre the Giant is literally a superstar's biggest challenge. Corey, the idea you mentioned earlier of trying to stick and move might be the best approach.
Both of you have mentioned the stick and move technique as the best way to battle Andre the Giant, and I agree with you, but let's face it, it could be the only way to beat Andre the Giant.
Big boot by Ultimate Warrior. He lets it go.
Yeah, I wonder why.
The legacy of the Ultimate Warrior has always lived within his fans. It is the little warriors who become the storytellers of this man's uncontrollable intensity.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Ultimate Warrior gets out of trouble quickly.
You can count me as one of the fans Michael mentioned who carry the story of the Ultimate Warrior. His ability to draw power from the WWE Universe is equal to how the WWE Universe gains inspiration from him.
Yeah, without question, generations of fans have reciprocated the energy of the Warrior. His influence has been immortalized through every fan who attacks life with the same drive as the Warrior.
What a clothesline. The Hitman looking a bit fatigued. If they want to win this match, he really needs to make a tag soon.
If I'm his partner, I'm furious right now. There's no reason why he shouldn't have made a tag by now.
Hey, he can still win this thing, guys. We've all seen him come back from much worse. Man, Ultimate Warrior plays the game as good as anybody. And Bret Hart slips out of harm's way.
So quick.
Bret Hart is not going to like this. Bret Hart's in trouble.
Gets out of the way of that one. Uh-oh, look at this.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Bret Hart slips out of harm's way.
So quick.
Bret Hart's known as the excellence of
The Hitman looks to end things. And he goes down hard.
But did he go for it too early?
That's a great example of teamwork right there.
Bret Hart's rivalries with the likes of Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, and Mr. McMahon inspired generations of future WWE superstars. No one can get it done in the ring like the Hitman. Uh-oh. Ultimate Warrior is looking to end it.
Gorilla press slam.
Now that's how you make a statement.
The pitfalls of gravity, Michael.
One of the Ultimate Warrior's crowning achievements came at the first ever SummerSlam. The Honky Tonk Man was in the midst of the longest ever Intercontinental title reign. Cue the Ultimate Warrior's music, and in about 30 seconds, the Warrior had his first championship in the WWE.
To add more to what Michael said about the first SummerSlam, the Honky Tonk Man was running his mouth for over a year, but was instantly shut up when he heard that first roaring chord of the Ultimate Warrior's entrance.
With a clothesline, a big splash, and a 1, 2, 3, Warrior blew the lid off the Garden that night. A moment that skyrocketed the Ultimate Warrior to main event status.
Swinging neck breaker.
Textbook. Andre looking a little off his game here. His hopes of winning this tag team match are starting to dwindle.
The abuse his body has gone through in this match is a little disturbing. I don't know why he hasn't made the tag yet. It's almost like he enjoys the pain.
This is one of the more evenly matched contests we've seen in quite some time. From the looks of things, it could really go either way.
Look at this. He's going back to an old friend with that one.
What does Andre the Giant have in store? Delivers the pile driver.
He's back in control here. Jeez, I felt that one over.
We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE, and I can attest that this is no different.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus as a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in a 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at 1 fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss Cyborg. After a swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy, the match broke down and the 3rd fall was ruled a double countout.
Byron, given how lethal the $1 Million Dream is, I would have to think priority number 1 when facing Ted DiBiase is avoiding that move.
Oh, I'd agree with that, Michael, but that's easier said than done.
Some of WWE... Counter here.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Ultimate Warrior is getting ready here.
Gorilla press slam. Looks like the $1 Million Man's in the red, guys.
Well, I think Ultimate Warrior just secured this match.
I agree with you, Corey.
Thanks, Cole.
We'll see if his stamina lasts.
Man, Ultimate Warrior plays the game as good as anybody.
I don't think there are 2 teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing. The strikes have a little extra on them tonight.
Hart is showing signs that it could be ending soon.
Time's almost up.
This is not where he wants to be at this point in this tag team match.
Guys, you can tell he's drained, but I guarantee you that won't stop him from doing everything he can to win this thing.
Oh, gut punch. Nasty.
Oh, that's just disrespect right there. I kind of like it.
It starts to feel like a broken record with that move. Unleashing it for the 2nd time now. Obviously putting a lot of stock in that maneuver.
Oh, look at this. What a headbutt. Oh, what impact.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
There's got to be some point in the match where those thoughts start to creep in that it could be over. And then you got to dig down deep. Get rid of the self-doubt and continue on toward victory. This can go a variety of different ways, Corey.
And almost none of them are good. Thunderous power slam. If I was the $1 Million Man, I'd be careful I don't wake a sleeping giant here.
Oh, and a chop to the side of the face.
Right on the crown of the skull. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Tag made. Teamwork at its best. And Bret Hart slipped out of harm's way.
So quick.
Whoa, Ted DiBiase dodged that one.
This has been a war. Nope, reverses it.
Bret Hart with a nice reversal.
Bulldog!
Whoa, Ted DiBiase dodged that one. Bret Hart is not going to like this.
Getting his attention with a vicious strike.
instinct. That's the only thing keeping these teams standing at this point.
An amazing match so far, guys, but it looks to me like we're possibly nearing the end here.
He's feeling it, and Andre's scary as all get out when he's rolling like this.
And there's the reversal from Bret Hart. Wow, Andre the Giant just timed that perfectly.
And the instinct from the Giant on display.
Oh no, inverted atomic drop.
It appears Andre the Giant is starting to hit the wall.
I never thought I'd see this.
You can't help but wonder.
Look out. Looks like Andre's going to pick up the W here.
Oh my gosh!
Supersized elbow drop. Looks like Andre's going to pick up the W here.
And we have our winners.